I can now add scores to my group using the CSV upload function. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do that. And I'm already in my group, which is a Year 11 Maths group. So what I do is, instead of going to edit scores, which is what I would have done previously, I now go to upload scores and click. And instructions and information appears about how to upload pupil scores via CSV for the group. So what I need to do first of all is to download template A. So I've clicked on that link. The file now appears on the bottom left hand side here, and I'm going to open the file by clicking on it, and you'll see that this file has a list of all the pupil IDs for the group and the pupil first names as well. This functionality will not let you add any additional pupils to the group. If you want to add pupils, you will need to go to the Add Pupils tab instead. But if you want to upload scores, the next thing to do is to copy the information here, the pupil ID numbers and the first names. Do not include the column headers in the selection, only include the actual ID numbers and the first names. Then I'm going to press Ctrl and C to copy that and minimize this file. I'm now going to download template B to upload scores. So again, click on it and then open up that file. And I need to enable editing to be able to use this file. So I click there. This file opens on the guidance page. So this is information about how to do the CSV upload. So you can read this. You can also see more information in the Pupil Impact Tools manual, which is on the community website if you search for Pupil Impact Resources. But to show you how to use this, I'm now going to go to the first worksheet in the file, which is called to save as CSV here, and click on it. And now I'm going to paste the pupil ID numbers and the pupil names from the previous file. So I'm going to press Ctrl and V to do that. I'm working on a Windows laptop here. It might be different if you're using other ones. And now what I can do is I can choose the scores from the drop-down list. It's very important that you choose the score from the right key stage level. So this is a Year 11 group. So the group will only accept scores from Key Stage 4 or GCSE. So in this example, I'm just going to show you, and what I'm going to do is going to give the pupils all the same score, just for this example. So I'll say that they are all F-. I can free type in if I want to, for example. But if I don't type it in correctly, for example, I leave off a bracket and try and move on to the next cell, it will generate an error. What this means is that I've typed in something which is not valid or not accepted. So I press cancel and I go back and try again. And this time I'm going to use the drop-down menu here. Actually, I will make them different. Let's say there's a couple of E's and D's. Now the only exception to this is the baseline. If I was adding in scores for the baseline, the system also accepts scores from the previous academic year as well. So for example, if I had a Year 10 class, for the baseline, I could also enter in Key Stage 3 scores because I might be using information from the end of the previous academic year, so information from the end of Year 9 as my baseline for the Year 10. All other assessment points will not do this, and they will only accept scores from that year, which is set when you create the group. You're asked for the year of the group and it gives a qualification level. So now that I've entered in all my scores, I'm going to save this file and save as a CSV file. So I'm double checking that it's the first worksheet that's highlighted or selected. Then I go up to File, save as, and I can choose somewhere to save this file. I'm going to rename this. You can see that I've done this once or twice before. And I'm going to change the file type here. This is very important. The upload will not work if you do not do this. So I'm going to save the file as a CSV, delimited file. It must be this format for the upload to work. Now once I've done that, I'm going to click Save here and click OK and Yes. I'm now going to minimize this file and go back to the Pupil Progress Tracker. So now I've got my file ready. I'm going to choose the file that I've just saved by clicking on Choose File, finding the file, clicking on it and then clicking Open. I can now see that the file is here. I must also choose an assessment point and an assessment source. So I'm going to choose assessment point Aut2 for this example. Aut2 is the second half term of the autumn term, and I'm going to say that it is a, let's say it's a mock exam only grade. There we are. So once I've done that, I now am ready to import. So I click Import here. And I'm given this warning which says that I'm about to overwrite data in the Pupil Progress Tracker, which is unrecoverable. This is just double checking that you are sure that you want to go ahead with the import, and I know that I am, so I click Yes. And the data has been successfully uploaded. So just to show you where that's gone, I'm going to go down to the bottom of the page again. You can repeat this process as many times as you like with all the different assessment points. I'm now going to return to group. And once I return to group, I can now see that my grades have been populated in the Aut2 column for my group for all of the pupils.